Let's go. All right, I'm gonna freestyle this one. Life is so beautiful. Like, I was just listening to music outside in the sun, soaking it in. I just washed the dishes while listening to a podcast or a audiobook, and it hit me like, wow, I have so much to be grateful for. This is so beautiful. I'm so great. Like, I got my 2 dogs next to me. I got the sun feeling so warm. I was at so much peace, and this song came on, and I was just like, oh. And it's so beautiful how music is able to do that for us, and how technically music is older than language, because like people used to hum or something like that before language, and like they used to beat on like, they'd make their own drums, and they'd have like war drum. Anyway, like it's just, I was thinking, just this whole life thing is so gorgeous of how it's so volatile. There's so much up and down, pain, suffering, joy, sadness, loneliness, companionship, joy. Hold up. No, you can't even see me. I'm gonna crash. Like, oh. Oh, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do that. Oh yeah, baby. Just, life is so beautiful. Like, I really hope that someday 2 things. I'm able to convey in words and maybe music, or somehow convey this feeling I feel of how beautiful life is. I wish that everybody can experience this at least once in their life. I'm so happy to be alive. And it's beautiful because of 2 years ago I didn't want to be alive, and now here I am. I'm so, I just want to help people, and I want to spread this kindness, or spread this joy, and this, man, I'm just high on life. And the second thing was, to be honest, I forgot it. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, share it, joy, feel, everybody can feel it at least once. I don't know. I'm feeling so good today. And, like, it's incredible. Life is so beautiful. And I really can feel where I'm gonna go, and it makes me almost sad, and not sad, I feel tears of joy almost, I guess. Like, I can see where I want to go, and I can see the path to it. Like, my ambitions are incredibly huge, but I think about it like, if somebody else has done it, I can do it. And nothing is going to stop me, because like I say, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I'm gonna make it happen, and it's incredible. I'm like, wow, like, all these dreams I have, in my mind, they're already completed. So I'm like, what's my next move, you know? But obviously I have to work towards them, or else I'm just gonna die a dreamer. But like, an example of this is, like, I set 6 goals for myself this year. Actually, I set 5, and then I added 2 more. Because I already did one of them. So my 2024 goals: 10,000 YouTube subscribers, $50,000 net worth, buy a Porsche, there's one right behind me, read all the current books I have, bench 225, I already did that like 2 weeks ago. Wow, that was 2 weeks ago, holy smokes. And then also join the 1,000 Pound Club, and the last one's move out of the house. All of those, I see a very clear path to all of them, and I can totally see myself doing that. But like, those sound kind of like, when I sit back, I'm like, wow, those are some pretty big goals. But it's like, if that's what I'm focusing on, it's harder for me to see it not happening. You know what I mean? And what I mean by buy a Porsche, I don't mean go to a car dealership and buy a Porsche. Like, no, I don't actually care about Porsche. Maybe it's an ego thing. I want to buy a Porsche and flip it, and like, eventually I want to own one of those really old ones from like the 70s-ish, with like those like really like light colors. Anyway, and then flip one of those, like they're worth like $100,000. Anyways, I can feel myself. Oh, I actually wrote about this, and today is Monday, and I didn't make a video since like Friday or something like that. The weekends always mess me up, but I have so much to say. So I'm making a video right now, and then I'm making a video at Ethan's house. So 2 videos on one day because there's so much stuff to say. But I'm gonna keep this one kind of short. But basically, life is so beautiful. I don't know how to say it other than that. Like, the lows make the highs feel high, and the highs make the lows feel low. I'm completely freestyling it right now. I don't know. I just had a great day yesterday. It was crazy. Like, Ethan, Frank, and I all went downtown to go thrifting, and we started selling some clothes at Buffalo Exchange. And then we met this like dude and this chick, and then we just started a conversation with them. And the conversation, so the conversation was just flowing really nice, and we just kept talking to them for like 30 minutes, just while we were sitting down waiting in line to sell our clothes. And then this old lady came up behind us, and like it was like right as they were about to leave, like, yeah, let's like exchange numbers or something, because like we're all like low-key off the grid, like not on social media. And this old lady comes up behind them, and she's like, take my number. And I was like, oh, I'll take your number. What's your number? And then she's like, I got these $2 bills. And she was like, it was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, talking about side quest, but it was just $2 bills. And Ethan was like, oh, I have one too. And he pulled out his wallet and gave it to her. And she's like, oh, well, here's 2 back. And she gave him 2 back, and it was the weirdest thing. But then those 2 people, we met them later after we started thrifting. In another thrift store, we met this random kid named Ethan who went to Foothill Tech, and then we just made friends with him. And then we met this kid Vince, and we just started thrifting with him because like Ethan knows him, and they used to skate together or something like that. And we ended up having like we had Ethan, Frank, me, and this kid Vince. And then we went back to the car. We're going back to the car. We're going to leave. And then we see this kid and his girl, or whatever they were, Bear. His name was Bear, and her name was Haley, and they were from Thousand Oaks. We saw them again, and then we just like went up to them up the street, ran from this Jamba Juice, and we were just another conversation. And then this kid Vince brought us down to behind the Ventura Theater, and as soon as you step down, he's like, you want to set off an alarm? And I was like, let's set off an alarm, dude. And we walked down there, and we hear click, and we were like, oh shit. And we ran, and we also saw these 2 hobos doing like cocaine, or they're not cocaine, it's definitely like heroin. I don't know, they were like hiding behind a dumpster, like. Anyway, and then we met again. So now we had like a big group of people. We had Bear, Haley, Vince, Frank, Ethan, and I, and it was just like kept grabbing more people and gravitating more. And then we were just all walking down, and then we found Frank's good friends Hayden and Denaya, and then we had 8 people, and we all went down to Snapper Jacks, and we looked like a bunch of like weirdo people, but we were all just sitting on the patio crisscross in a circle having conversation. I was playing with my tech deck, and like we were all just talking about like meditation and stuff, and just having good jokes, good times. I was like, wow, this is so awesome. This is so cool. Because literally a week ago, I was like, I need to start manifesting like friendship again, because like I've low-key isolated the hell out of myself. And I realized that from these videos, which is so awesome too. I'm like, oh, what I'm telling myself is correct. Like, my old boss texted me, and he was like, hey, I know I didn't get to say goodbye to you, but I just wanted to let you know that like, truly, I don't have to do this, but I am going to, like, I believe in you. I know you're going to go great places, and I just wanted to reach out. And I was like, thank you, bro. And then I was like, hey, bro, it's time to get rich and famous. And he's like, what did he say? I forgot what he said. But he's basically like, true, but like, be careful, because like, you don't really know what you're doing. Like, we don't really know what we're supposed to do. We can't really plan our whole lives. And I was like, oh, bro, I already know. And then I texted in this text, and it was so beautiful. I feel like I didn't even write it. I feel like it came out of me. Like, it was written through me. You know what I mean? It was like divine intervention. But I don't remember it exactly, but it has concretely stuck with me now. It is. If I follow my intuition, I will live the life of least regret. I will follow my path naturally follow my path Because even though my intuition may lead me wrong, it's the only thing that has ever led me right. So if I, at that moment, am always following my intuition or following my heart and putting 110% effort, I have nothing to regret because I always did what I felt was right, and I allowed myself to be open to opportunity instead of thinking I know what I'm supposed to do, because who the hell am I to say? I have not lived enough life to know what I'm supposed to do. So who the hell am I to say that I know where I'm going? I know what my purpose is. Like, no. Call it God, call it the universe, call it Mother Nature, call it whatever. I feel like there's actually a higher power out there. And if we tune into that, it will guide us to where we want to go, you know? And it's kind of like this quote in The Alchemist. I forgot it exactly what it is. When a person wants something really bad, and the universe will conspire to make sure it happens, or something like that. But it's like, if you put in the effort and the sacrifice, it is bound to happen, you know? Which is actually, I look you, why I like bodybuilding so much is because it's like, it's undeniable. When you put in the work, you get the result, and it's like concrete, and that's why I love it so much. It's like the perfect yin yang to all this mental work I'm doing, and it's like, it's perfect. It's perfect. And lately, last little rant, I have been, actually, you know what? I have 4 pages to read, and I don't really want to do that all in one video, but